Well, good Monday morning to you, lovely ladies and gentlemen. Steve Collins coming to you from gorgeous, rainy, crazy rainy San Antonio, Texas, the second most powerful, passionate, purposeful coach and speaker in the world. Gabriella said in silence next to me as she's doing this. Hope you guys had a wonderful weekend, and I'm going to have a conversation this morning that should be very encouraging to many of you. Those of you that know, of course, we have a real estate team we've had for 20 years here in San Antonio, Texas, that I handed the baton to Christina Weston 3 years ago, who has taken it to heights that I could never take it to, which is a blessing. The team's doing way better without me on it. And began a coaching program that was based on the foundational teachings of my lifelong mentor, Zig Ziglar. Those of you youngsters that don't know who he is would do yourself a favor to take a look at what he said and what he spoke. He was very profound, very prolific, and most of the sages and gurus will quote him regularly as a foundational influence in their life. And one of the things that Zig was very focused on was who you become as a person. Good morning, Mary. I'm actually in bumper to bumper, so I can look down and I can actually see a name. Good to see you this morning. Free range in the house. Don't know where you are, but I'm sure you're having a great time with your hubby and your family. When Zig spoke about achievement, because as you know, Voice of One is an executive performance coaching program. What does that mean? Some people may ask. It means that you are a spiritual being. You have a physical body. You have a mental way of dealing with things. You have maybe a marriage. You're maybe a parent. You have a financial aspect of your life. You have a career or business part of your life. And all of these areas are interwoven and integrated. And yet most are overlooked on a basis that you don't even realize you're going to have a problem with it until the problem shows up. Good morning, Debbie. You don't even know that there's a problem until the problem shows up. It's a gradually, then suddenly. Those of you who had a lifestyle of working out know what I'm talking about. You just had that extra ice cream at night, maybe 2 beers instead of 1 on the weekend, and you'd stop by Whataburger with the kids every now and then, and all of a sudden one day, your pants didn't fit anymore, or your jacket didn't fit anymore. It was gradually, then suddenly. You went from doing pretty darn good to one day saying, hey, what happened, Rudy? And it's a little too late. So you know what I'm talking about, the gradually, then suddenly. So because Zig addressed this reality that you are spiritual, you are physical, you are a parent, you are a husband or a wife, you actually have a financial area of your life, you have a business, you have a career section of your life. He was not afraid to address each of these areas. Now, most of the sages and gurus who have massive followings and attract the masses of people on this earth are primarily coming from a place of finances, financial abundance. Follow me, do this, do that, make all the money you want in the world. Well, if Hollywood is not a good enough indicator, or professional athletics is not a good enough indicator that money tain't the answer to everything, and that money is no guarantee that you're going to have a great marriage or be a great parent or be in physically good condition or be spiritually well, then you've got to recognize that there's a flaw in that. And yet, it is a very attractive carrot that is dangled out in front of people when most people truly do really believe, and maybe you are part of that group, that if you just had more money, things would be better. Here's what I want to tell you right now. Check this out. This is big stuff, guys. What you are and who you are today. Did you wake up and rejoice that it's raining, or did you wake up and complain that it's raining? Did you wake up and serve your spouse, or did you wake up and accuse your spouse? Did you wake up and scream at the kids, or did you wake up and bless the kids? Did you get in your car and thank God for the car that you have, or did you get in your car and complain about it? Did you wake up moaning and complaining, or did you wake up rejoicing and being grateful? How you are today, right now, in this moment of time, imagine that multiplied by 100 times. Good morning, Matt. Multiply that by 100 times. Because you see, money is not going to change you. Money is going to amplify who you already are today. Imagine you, the way you woke up, amplified 100 times. What does amplified mean? Somebody's had a song on the stereo and you could barely hear it, and then they cranked it up to the point that it was killing your ears. It was amplified. Who you are today, if you were amplified 100 times, Would you be an incredible human being that people would adore being around, or would you be a train wreck that people would avoid? This is a very important thing. So here's my statement today. Who you become is far superior to what you achieve. Who you become is far superior to what you achieve. All of you know somebody, or maybe somebody, that has achieved something significant and yet has become a tool, or arrogant, or unkind, or holier than thou, or far superior to the peons that are beneath me. Look, I can even make the rain stop. See that? No rain. I can make the rain stop. And I'm going to bring the rain back, and come back, rain. And there is the rain again. You see, I am all powerful. You may know somebody like that, right? I drove under a bridge. That was funny, man. Sorry, y'all. I crack myself up sometimes. Who you become is far superior to what you accomplish, because accomplishment is actually pretty easy, guys. It's easy because it is a plan of action that one can follow over time, and time on task over time will typically yield a result that is going to happen. Do you want to become wealthy? Invest and save more than you spend. Do you want to lose weight? Take in less calories than you burn off. Do you want to have a great marriage? Learn to say, absolutely, honey, I love you, whatever you like. Simple, maybe not easy. Simple, maybe not easy, but here's my point. Who you become is far superior to what you accomplish, because you can accomplish amazing things. You can be a multi-gazillionaire. Maybe a Larry Flynn who started Hustler, or maybe a Hugh Hefner who started Playboy, these multi-gazillionaires. Okay? But who did they become, and what was the impact that they had? It's a great question. Wouldn't you agree? Who you become on the process to achieve or fulfill your dreams and goals is far superior and far greater of a calling than what you accomplish, because all of us know people who have accomplished significant things who turned into tools. For those of you that do not know what a tool is, this is an individual that you just really do not want to spend any time around because they irk you a little bit the wrong way. That is a tool, ladies and gentlemen. We all know people who have accomplished many things who became tools. This, my friend, is your mission, should you choose to accept it, to walk in achievement, becoming all God created you to be, while being incredibly mindful of who you are becoming in the process. Are you becoming more loving? Are you becoming more forgiving? Are you becoming more gracious? Are you becoming more tenderhearted? Are you becoming more understanding? Are you becoming more patient? Are you becoming more kind? Do you have more peace? Do you have more joy? Do you have more gratitude? See, who you become is far superior to what you accomplish, because any old fool can accomplish. But for someone to accomplish and not become a tool or a fool is a very powerful opportunity. That is why there are people who are highly respected who are of no financial substance in this earth. Ever heard of Mother Teresa? Mother Teresa, Hugh Hefner. Hugh, multi-gazillion dollar man. Who's more respected? And why? Why? Who you become is far superior to what you accomplish. And yet, ideally, here is my final end result to share with you, to bring you encouragement. You can accomplish at a very high level and become everything God intended and created you to be simultaneously if you put time and attention on those areas of your life that are not just the business accomplishments or the financial accomplishments. Because the last thing you want to do is be a multi-gazillion dollar tool that tain't nobody want to be around. So I conclude with what I said earlier today. Money will not change you. Money will simply amplify who you already are. Take the state of mind you're in today from the moment you woke up. The thoughts you had about yourself, the thoughts you had about your spouse, the conversations you had with your children, the conversations you had with your spouse, the way you looked at yourself in the mirror, the things that you looked at. Did you take them for granted, or did you walk in the gratitude of knowing that 90% of the free world didn't have hot water this morning? If you took who you are and what you are today, are you okay, Ella? You all right?
I just threw up.
Oh no. Okay, we'll pull over. My little girl's sick. Y'all pray for her real quick, okay? If you become this person amplified 100 times, that's all money's going to do to you. Who you are today, money's not going to solve your problems. Money's not going to make you happy. Money's not going to give you a better marriage. Money's not going to make you a better parent. Money's not going to make you more grateful. Money's not going to make you more thankful. Money's not going to make you more loving and kind. You're not going to walk around in love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, gentleness, faithfulness, and self-control with more money if you're not walking in it right now. Suckers, all right? Who you are right now will only be amplified with money. So if you were amplified by 100 times who you are today, would that be a good thing? Or would everybody want to run from you? Only you can answer that question. Never forget it, ladies and gentlemen. Who you become is far too superior, far superior, far superior to anything you could ever achieve. So pay attention to who you're becoming. Have a great day, guys.